All right, everybody, we made it down to the river. It's day one of Highbanking season here on the Red Deer River by the Innnisfail Bridge. It doesn't open till the 16th of May, and it is the 16th of May. Now, I'm a little surprised. I thought I'd see a whole lot of people out here, but maybe I'm crazy because I'm the only one out here. And it's a beautiful day. It's probably between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. I'll put on the screen here how much that is Fahrenheit. For those of you who use that scale. Yeah, so I'm all set up. I've run a little bit of water. Right now I'm just kind of tweaking the water flow and everything to get it to the optimal run, and gonna shovel some dirt. We're gonna shovel out of the bank. Obviously you'll see that when we're running. I'll do some video of running. And then we'll get everything tweaked out, and then once that's the way it should be, we'll run all day. And then Garrett's going to meet me here this afternoon about 2 o'clock. Not sure if he's super interested in being on video, but if he is, we'll do a quick interview with him at the beginning. He's been doing this for a while. He also has a YouTube channel, so that's why I'm pretty sure he'll be okay with it. And yeah, so I'll take you out and show you the setup real quick, and then I'll go ahead, set you up off in the distance, and we'll run some dirt. We've been running for a few hours, so we're going to do a clean out now. We've run quite a bit of dirt. We'll do a clean out, reset, and then I'll move another 1.5 feet that way, and we'll keep digging. Alright, so that's the cleanup. We'll take this stuff back home and put it through the cleanup sluice. I have another bucket, then we're going to keep going, and we will see what we get. What's that? Alright. Alright guys, so here we are, Red Deer River up by Innnisfail Bridge. Garrett is with us. He has a YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel name?
Adventureworks.
Adventureworks. So make sure you go and check that out as soon as you're done watching this video and you hit that like button. Garrett's got a nice homemade rig. I'll take the camera once we're done talking real quick, and I'll show you a quick little video of it. It's quite ingenious actually. It's one of those wood ones. Everybody says, oh, you know, I want aluminum. You know what? This thing looks like it's gonna pound the gold right to it. So right on. All right, this is a homemade rig. It's got every contraption you could ever need. Clamps for a shovel. Look at that. Right on. It's got the matting and everything on top. Some nice grizzlies with mini expanded on that. My fat shadow in the way. Well, that was interesting, guys. I just had Fish and Game come in and check out my operation. So make sure you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. It's I'd hate to see the fines or whatever. I don't know what the exact fine is for doing something wrong, but luckily enough, he checked out my operation. Everything's going good, so it was a pretty pleasant interaction. But like I said, they're out and about, so yeah, just thought I'd let you know. All right, guys, remember, reclaim your area. Don't be that guy. We don't like that guy. Remember, somebody else is going to come down here at some point. They're going to be driving their truck down here with their high banker, or maybe bringing their pans, and you don't want to be the guy that causes him to lose an axle or get high centered or do any kind of damage. So fill in your holes as best you can. Obviously, they're not going to be perfect. You're taking some material home with you, hopefully. But other than that, I'm going to finish cleaning up here, pack up my gear, and then head back to the house, and we'll set up the mini sluice and we'll start cleaning these cons. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. All right, welcome to the garage. Here we have the homemade cleanup sluice. We built this for under $30. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. It's quite an interesting video. I've had a few people comment that they built one on their own since, and it works great for them, so right on. I still have it set up from last time. Basically, all I have to do now is plug it in and start feeding it dirt. So we got 5-gallon pail full of dirt, and I put the first little bit into the pan, and we're going to scoop it in to the cleanup sluice, about a tablespoon at a time. Now, one of the things you need to make sure is that you have jet dry in the water or some sort of surfactant. And what that does is it allows the gold, especially when you're dealing with smaller, little flowery pieces of gold, it allows it to fall out of the water a little better. It breaks the surface tension, because otherwise what happens is the water will actually carry the little gold away because it's so small. So once you have all that done and you've got, like I said, you've got your surfactant in the water, basically you can go ahead and plug it in and just start running your dirt. So I'll show you a few different angles. Obviously I'll show you the angle that we're at right now. I'll put a bunch through, and then I'll show you an angle right down on top so you can see the water flow and this stuff. Basically my goal is to see the dancing sands. So when I look about a foot in from the top of my sluice, what I want to see is sands are actually stopped in each of the riffles, but they're moving around a bit, agitating a little bit. And what that does is it allows the gold to go underneath it. So we'll go ahead, we'll plug her in, we'll give her a whirl, and knock on wood, hopefully nothing happens, and we'll just be able to put the dirt to it and see how much gold we got. Now, if you do find anything useful or entertaining, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. It shows your support and it doesn't cost anything. We do appreciate it. So let's go ahead, we'll pan this stuff out and then see what we got. I just want to give a shout out to Adventureworks. They were out with us today. I really appreciated it. Okay, first pan done. As you can see, I'm guessing I got about 7 more pans to do. I am seeing some gold. Mama did a test pan at the bottom, at the spoil pile, and there was no gold. And then she did a test pan from the concentrates, and she did find gold. So that tells me that we are capturing gold in here. There's a lot of black sand in this river, in the Red Deer River. So you really aren't going to be able to see it crazily until the end, when you're panning out the very fine spoils. So what we'll do, there's no sense in having you sit here all day and watch me do this. You probably have had enough of it already. So we'll head back into the house right now. Actually, no, we won't. What we'll do is I'll shut the camera off for now. We'll finish up, and then we'll head back into the house, and we'll do a weigh out, and then we'll close out the video. All right. So what we had was 1.5 5-gallon pails of concentrates, and what we did was we ran it through the cleanup sluice. Again, if you haven't seen that build, go ahead and check out the other video. And this is what we're left with now. The way it settles, it looks like it's just all brown dirt. But as soon as you go like this, you can see that it's actually all black sand. Up in here is all black sands. So we're going to take this inside where it's a little more comfortable and better lighting, and we're going to pan it out and see what we ended up with. So let's go back inside. All right, everybody, so that's what we're left with, a bunch of black sand. So let's go ahead and pan this up a bit and see what we got. Like, that's just nothing but black sand. And there's gold in there, I just can't get it out. So I'm gonna have to buy a miller table. Any suggestions in the comments would be great. So let's see what we got in the bottle. Alright, there's the gold. We'll dry that up and see if it weighs anything. So let's go to the computer and see what we got. Alright, let's zero this out and see what we got. All zeroed out. .14 of a gram. 0.14 of a gram. Let's go to the computer and see what the value is on that. Alright guys, like you saw in there, there was a lot of black sand. A lot of black sand. Basically, if I tried to run a magnet through that, everything in the pan would have got pulled up into it. So there would have been no way to use some sort of magnet to get the black stuff out of there. I'm gonna have to get me a miller table. I did leave a lot of gold in the black sands. I know I did. I could see it. When you go to pan it out, it just does not want to come out. It is very fine flour gold. So much so that if you don't use jet dry in your water, it just floats around. So it's that small and that tiny. Now we did get probably 3 times more than I thought we were going to get. We ended up with 0.14 of a gram, which currently at today's price is worth about $10.21. Now, what did it cost me to get out there and get it? Well, before I tell you that, if you did find anything useful or entertaining in this video, please feel free to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and yeah, smash that like button. It's how you show your support. It doesn't cost anything. So $10.21. Basically, it cost me $10 in gas to get there, and about $2 in gas to run the pump. So about $12 it cost me to get that, and I got a return of $10.21. And believe it or not, I'm actually quite happy with that for a first run. Probably did about 4.5 to 5.5 actual hours of digging. Yeah, so you know, probably would have ended up with about 1/4 to 1/2 gram had I stayed there all weekend. You know, so it would have paid for itself had I stayed all weekend. But because I didn't, that's fine. And that's Red Deer River. Red Deer River gold is tiny, it's small, and it's hit or miss. So I think we did pretty good for that area, the Innnisfail Bridge. Yeah, so next weekend we are going to be posting a video of the Baptiste River. We are going out to the Baptiste River just by Rocky Mountain House there, and we're going to do some high banking and some test panning up there. So make sure you tune in, hit those notifications so you don't miss those episodes. Congratulations to everybody that won on the 250 subscriber draw. Really good job. My website, I'll have a link in the description for my website. I will also have a link to my Patreon page if you really enjoyed this episode. And don't worry, we haven't forgotten about the competition between the wife and I for the Klesh Crumbs pay dirt. We will still be doing that, but we still have a few weeks of questionable weather coming up. So I'm gonna make hay while the sun shines. We're gonna get out to the rivers and do some high banking as we can. I hope everybody's enjoying their long weekend, and yeah, so thanks for tuning in, thanks for your support, and if I don't see you around, I'll see you square.